Hello and welcome back to Alive Wellness. My name is Emma and today I'm going to be taking you through a workout to steady your mind. We're going to be focusing on our core because a strong core means a steady mind. I want you to feel less stressed at the end of this workout and more at ease or at one with your body. If we are strong here, we feel strong on the outside. No equipment needed, just a mat. Let's get straight into it. Alright guys, we're going to get started with a little bit of breath work first. I want you to really connect to your breath to help you connect to that center. So just close your eyes for a second. Place your hand on either side of your ribs. I want you to feel nice and open through your chest. We're just going to focus on taking a nice big inhale. Now feel your ribs expanding into your hands. And as you exhale, they soften below the hands, soften into your belly. So we inhale, allow those ribs to expand, open up through the chest. Exhale, release any tension you might be holding. Now as you do this, you might begin to feel the spine naturally lengthen as you inhale. And as you exhale, you might feel the softness in the body causing the spine to slowly curve, just naturally here. Now as we work today, I want you to inhale nice and deeply. And exhale nice and slowly, releasing any tension we're holding in the body. You remember we're focusing on a nice strong center to create a nice steady mind. The breath is so important to help you with your movement, to help you connect to your body. Take one more here. Next time you exhale, I want you to slowly open the eyes. Bring your hands down by your side. We're going to come down onto our mats. We're going to start on our backs here. Now I want you to place your feet firmly into the mat. And I want you to just take a few pelvic tilts. So send your pelvis away from you and then tilt it towards you. So we're just loosening off into that lower back. Releasing any held tension here. We often hold a lot of tension through our lower spine. Especially if you are someone who sits at a desk all day and you've been working all day, you will feel deep tension here. So just allow that to release so that we can bring our attention into our core. Now I want you to focus on this tilt of the pelvis. There's a point right in the middle between each of those tilts, so between that arch of the lower back and that flatten of the lower back that we call our neutral spine. Now I want you to come to that point in the middle here and just hold that neutral spine gently. Now from here, I want you to soften your ribs, and as you soften those ribs, feel them draw towards each other. Feel the core gently activate. We're going to slowly float one leg up into tabletop. Now do not let your pelvis move. Float the other one up to follow and hold both legs in tabletop here. The rest of the body is relaxed. You will begin to feel that lower belly, the lower part of our core switching on, the space between those two hip bones. Now from here, you're going to gently tap one toe down to the mat. Draw it back in, squeezing that lower belly. Other side, we tap. Slowly draw it in. Now as you do this, I want you to focus on being nice and open through your collarbones. Focus on being nice and wide through the chest, nice and soft through the head and neck. The work comes into our center here. We use the breath to help us. Exhale, tap. Inhale to lift. Now really focus on that pelvis. Do not let your pelvis tilt away from you as you tap the feet. Keep that neutral spine, and as you draw the leg back in, do not let it flatten. We want to work in this neutral position so we can support our body and so we can really feel strong in those deep ab muscles. Let's take a few more here. Allow the softness to come in the body between the work. We go for 2. Last one here. Bring those legs back to tabletop. Take a breath in. Exhale, place the feet down on the ground. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Keeping that neutral spine, so that nice big length through the spine. We're going to come up into a crunch, curl up, look towards your belly. and then release down with control. Keep those elbows wide. We exhale as we crunch up, and we inhale as we lower. Now you're still focusing on that lower belly first. So I want you to zip up into your crunch. Take a little pause so you feel the strength in your center, then release down. Really use your mind to muscle connection here. So really focus on where we're trying to build that tension in the core. Exhale up, inhale down. The breath should help us find a bit of ease in the movement, but it should also help us to release any held tension in parts of our body that we don't want to be holding tension. So maybe our head and neck feels nice and stiff here. We don't want that. So allow the head and neck to release to the hands. Focus on your exhale, softening that part of the body as you crunch. Good, we're going to build onto this movement. So we're going to feel really strong in the center here. Really keep that neutral spine. This time we're going to float one leg to tabletop as we crunch. And then we release down. Other side, up. And down. Really important to keep your elbows wide here so we feel that nice expansion through the chest as we move. We want to be nice and open here because to have that steady mind and that nice strong core, we also want to feel open and light in parts of our bodies that we might have been holding tension. So really make sure you feel open in the chest, light in the chest as you move. We have 4 more like this. Good, we go for 3. 2 more here. You're going to take 1 more. I want you to keep moving through that crunch because this time we're going to take a rotation towards that bent knee. We're going to twist across the body, then take that release down. So now we're rotating the torso towards the leg. Really make sure you're not bringing the knee to the chest, but you're rather bringing the elbow to the knee. So you're twisting across into your obliques. So your obliques is the muscles that run down either side of the core. Now they're really important to help you with your function of movement here. So they help you twist in everyday life. They help you move side to side. Really important muscles to feel strong in. Exhale across. Inhale down. You have 4 more. Allow your head to be heavy. We go for 3. Good. We go for 2. You're going to take 1 more here. You're going to bring your feet back down to the mat. We're going to release the head. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Place your palms down towards your feet. Now I want you to inhale, reach the arms towards your ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to press the hands down by your side. You're going to come up into a crunch, squeeze the belly, pause at the top here, and just begin to pulse your arms up and down. Now we're nice and percussive with these pulses. We call these hundreds. Now this is one of the best exercises to really feel your center. So we are in our neutral spine. Our pelvis is not tucking or arching. We're nice and lengthened through the arms. We are pulsing nice and quick. Now as you pulse, breathe in for 5. And breathe out for 5 of your pulses. If you begin to feel tension in your head and neck, 2 options. You can either bring the head down, just pulse those arms, or you can keep it up in that crunch. Place 1 hand behind the head and neck. Take a few of your rounds of pulses and then switch. Now, as you do this, I want you to be careful that you're not creating a dome with your belly, but we're actually drawing the ribs together. We're keeping that pelvis in neutral, keeping it level as we pulse. Now, I'm going to give you a few layers here, so you can either continue like this, or if you want an extra challenge, bring 1 leg to tabletop. Go for a few rounds of pulses and then switch. Or if you want 1 more challenge here, you can actually bring both legs into that tabletop position. Take those pulses, see if you can lift a little bit higher. We're going to go for another 10, 9, 8. Remember, you only work with what level suits you today. We don't want to put too much strain on the body. We're here for 5. Let's lift up higher for 4. Breathe deeper for 3. We go for 2. We're going to hold wherever we are on 1. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Hug your knees to your chest. Gently rock side to side. Release out that lower back. Beautiful. Release your breath. Good. We're going to slowly make our way up to sitting, and I want you to flip over onto your hands and knees now. So we're in our tabletop position. Now really be careful as you're in this position not to drop through those ribs. So we've just warmed up, we've just worked deeply into that core. Now draw your ribs together, find that length from your spine, from the crown of your head through your tailbone. Hold it nice and firm by pressing through your arms, drawing the ribs together, looking between your hands. Now we're going to take a breath in here. As you exhale, we're going to send the opposite arm and leg away from each other. Lengthen all the way up, float up, take a little pause. Then release down. We go other side, lengthen away, float up, pause, and down. So now we're creating stability through the body. We're engaging that core so deeply as we begin to move, as we begin to take that functional movement here. Now I want you to think of the word steady. We want to be steady in the core here. No rocking, no quick movements, just the use of the breath, that exhale to lengthen and that inhale to lower. All of your focus should be coming into that core area, the deep abs, the transverse abdominals, the pelvic floor, the obliques, even the multifidus muscles, which are the core muscles that run down the back of our body. Now, all of them are working in your whole center, your whole torso, to keep you nice and steady. This is one of the best exercises to protect the spine, to protect any functional movement that we do every day, but also to create a power in our center that we can take with us through life. You're going to take one more on either side. Do not rush it. We go for 2. On your next one, come back onto your hands and knees. Now, I want you to tuck your toes under. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, soft bend in those elbows, draw the ribs back together. Now, even in this position, you should feel nice and strong. Now, you're going to press even more pressure through your hands. You're going to float your knees up into a little hover, and we're just going to hold it here. Now, breathe into this. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We are just simply holding. Feel the strength in your body, the power in your mind. Good. We're going to add another level to this movement. Now you're going to extend your legs long. Now you're in a nice high plank position. Try to keep your hips still, squeeze those glutes. From here, if you can, stay on the toes. One hand is going to reach up to the opposite shoulder. Take a tap, lower down, other side, tap, and down. Minimal movement in the hips. Option here to drop to your knees, come into that half plank. Just as good as that full plank. It's just a slight step down here so you can feel a little bit more supported in the core. So whichever option works for you today. Exhale as you tap. Inhale back down into that plank. Keep those hips still. Use your breath. The entire body is engaged here. But all of that strength is coming from your center. Let's take 4 more taps. We go for 3, 2. You're going to give me 1 more, then wherever you are, whether you're on the knees or toes, meet me back in that plank. Hold it. Hold it. Let's take 1 more breath together, in through the nose. Exhale out, drop to your knees. Let's untuck our toes. Send your hips back into child's pose. Reach the arms forwards, release your head. Allow the body to soften here. Allow the hips to reach towards your heels. You're going to gently roll up to kneeling. And I want you to just take a mermaid stretch with me here. So you're going to bring 1 foot forwards. I want you to have that leg parallel to your mat. The other leg is in a little zigzag behind the body. We're going to stack nice and tall on our sit bones. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Now take an inhale here. As you exhale, the hand that is the same as the leg that is pointing back is going to reach up. We're going to take a lovely side stretch over here. Feel that length down the side of the body. Allow the weight of your head to pull you over. And then restack your spine. 2 more here. Inhale up. And exhale over. Now if it helps, close the eyes down here. And I want you to use each of these last breaths to release any stress from your mind or body. So each time you exhale, whatever you feel stretch, bring your attention, then release that stretch by exhaling deeply here. Let's just take 1 more here. Use that exhale, release that stress, release that tension. We're going to hold it a little longer this time. I want you to just rotate down towards your mat. Allow the weight of the head to pull you, then rotate back up. Good. We are working through the entire side of the body here, feeling that lovely stretch. We go for 3, keep those rotations coming for 2. We're going to come all the way up on 1, restack your spine, lengthen. We go straight to that second side, change the legs, lengthen through the crown of your head. Same thing with that breath. I want you to inhale up, exhale over, release that stress. So what we're doing here is we're bringing each exhale to deeply release wherever we might be holding onto tension, both physically and mentally. Let's take 2 more. We've just built up this strength from our center. Now I want you to take that strength with you, either through the rest of your day or maybe the rest of your week. And each time you feel stressed or you don't feel in touch with your mind, just focus on the strength we built through our center. Let's inhale, let's drop the head down. We take those rotations, exhale up. And I want you to always think that if you have a steady and strong core or strong center, you will have a steady and strong mind. Everything comes from our center. The way we move, the way we think, even the decisions we make. Let's restack that spine. Come to a nice comfortable seated position. Bring your hands back to your ribs. Let's inhale together here. Feel those ribs expanding. And exhale. Release that tension, release that stress. Thank you for joining me, guys. This is a great one to add at the end of your day if you have had a stressful day. Do this, remind yourself how strong you are from that center. This can be done at any point in the day, any amount of times in the week. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you back next time.